We are learning more about the events leading up to a plane crash on Shallowford Road last month. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kim Chapman-Whitfield.
And I'm Josh Rowe. That November 19th, a small private plane took off from the Chattanooga airport with just a private pilot and a flight instructor on board. Because of issues with the engine, they were forced to try and return to land not long after taking off.
Before they were able to make a safe landing, however, the engine failed. They made an emergency landing on Shallowford Road, and both the pilot and flight instructor survived.
Today, News Channel 9's Mary Beth Mangrum heard from current and former aviators to learn more about what happened and if it could have been handled differently. Mary Beth.
Josh, Kim, this preliminary report says the pilot in this crash was using this flight to prepare for his instrument rating check ride. Two aviators I spoke with today say that the actions of both pilots in this plane may have been the reason they walked away.
We got a rough running motor. We're going to have to come back immediately.
This preliminary report released by the NTSB details what caused this Cessna 172 to crash on Shallowford Road back in November. According to the report, the pilot noticed a drop in RPM after takeoff, later advising air traffic control that they were in instrument meteorological conditions and needed to land.
That means you're really flying without any visual references. And you're just using the instruments in the airplane. In this airplane, the glass electronics.
Aviation attorney Michael Brown has more than 500 hours flying single-engine planes, including the Cessna 172.
That's a big primary trainer. A lot of people fly the 172 kind of as their first airplane.
While the Cessna 172 is a single-engine plane, Brown says this doesn't affect the safety.
If you double the engines, just double the chance of failure a lot of times.
It sounds like the power just dropped off one of them.
Fred Reeb, formerly with the FAA and owner of a Cessna 172, says further investigation could reveal what caused this engine failure.
Pablo Alpha has the engine running now. It is very rough. We're only making 2,600 RPMs. We need to get in there as quick as we can.
That final report will discuss the causes. We'll go into details of the pilots, their experience and background. They'll take a look at the aircraft.
This preliminary report tells us the pilot attempted to land on a runway, but was too fast the first time. They attempted a go-around, but that's when the engine lost total power.
Honestly, with the hand they were dealt, they did the right thing by declaring an emergency, immediately returning to the airport and asking for all the help they could get from ATC.
And Reeb, who has over 23,000 hours in the air, agrees.
Just from the report, it appears that they did what they were supposed to do, get airborne. They were in contact with air traffic control. They appear to have been doing everything right.
And says the lack of serious injury in this crash shows this.
And the fact they were able to land the airplane and with minimal injuries, again, is a test to their both skill and knowledge of the aircraft.
Both Reeb and Brown estimate that the NTSB will have an answer on the cause of this crash anywhere from 9 months to a year down the road. Kim?
Mary Beth, thank you. The NTSB says they investigate about 2,000 aviation accidents and incidents every year.